Hey everybody, happy part 2 video for the week. If you did not do the first part from earlier this week with the male reproductive system, please make sure that you do that first. You have to download both forms of notes that are currently in our folder for the week, both the, just the normal standard gap notes and then also the labeling notes as well. So make sure that you download both of those PDFs into Notability. Make sure that you watch the video for the male reproductive system and take notes for that before you watch this one. So just a heads up. Otherwise, today is all about the female reproductive system and as well as the menstrual cycle and focusing more on the female side of things. So for the female reproductive system, again, we have all of the different terms and all of the different definitions for this first part. So we have the ovum, which is the female reproductive cell. So again, the ovum is the egg. That's like the standard name for it is the egg. That's going to get fertilized by the sperm, which is the male reproductive cell, and that is what would create the baby. Okay, so the female reproductive cell is going to be the ovum. The ovaries are the glands that produce estrogen and progesterone. So the ovaries make the ovum. They are what makes the female reproductive cells, the ovum, to even be a thing. Okay, and the ovum are going to be located within the ovaries. The fallopian tube, there's actually two of them, and what they both do is they're going to carry the ovum toward the uterus. So just a little tube, a tunnel to get the ovum from one place to the next. Nothing big typically will happen in the fallopian tube unless it gets fertilized by the sperm. And we'll talk more about that when we look at the picture and the labeling part on the next slide. The uterus is going to be the organ that holds the fetus during pregnancy. So if a woman were to become pregnant, the baby is going to hang out in the uterus for 9 months as it grows and develops and gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So the uterus is a big part of the female reproductive system. The endometrium, that is the mucous membrane that's going to line the inside of the uterus. And you'll see that more when we look at the labeling part. But the endometrium, if a woman does not get pregnant, the endometrium and this mucous membrane, that is what is going to shred apart and come apart in the female when she has her menstrual cycle period. Okay, the mucous membrane, that is the discharge that's going to happen with a female period. The cervix is the lower part of the uterus. So if someone is pregnant and is giving birth, you might have heard the term before that so-and-so's cervix is dilating. That's just meaning that the baby is getting ready to arrive as the cervix is getting ready for the baby to be born. Vagina then is going to be the last part. That's going to be the passageway that connects the cervix to the outer body. So when a baby is being born, the last place that they're going to go through is going to be through the vagina. Estrogen is the primary female sex hormone that starts all of this up. So without estrogen, none of this would be possible. Okay? So here's the picture for the labeling part. So again, now you're going to want to switch over to the labeling notes. So if you need to pause the video, please do so. With the female reproductive system, compared to the males, a lot less parts, a lot less things to label because it is more of a simple process. The ovaries are, this is why they're called eggs, the ovum, why people sometimes will refer to them as eggs, because they really do look like a bunch of little eggs. Okay, so these are all different kinds of ovum, both over here and over here. And the ovum, remember, they are created and stored and kept in the ovaries. So this is an ovary here with all of these little ovums. And this is an ovary here, again, with all of the little ovums. What's going to happen is one ovum is going to be released from each ovary and travel down through the fallopian tubes. If the ovum gets fertilized to get pregnant and to have a baby, it's going to get fertilized right here in these fallopian tubes. If it doesn't get fertilized, then it will just continue on its own. If it does get fertilized, it will continue, but with the sperm cell attached as well, down here into the uterus. So if we're looking at the female reproductive system, the uterus is where the baby is going to grow for 9 months. And it makes a lot of sense because this is the biggest area of the female reproductive system, which allows for the baby to have the space to grow. The lining of the uterus, that mucous membrane, is the endometrium. That's like this light pink shaded area that I'm kind of highlighting around the uterus right here. And then here is the cervix, and then here would be the vagina. Okay, so the baby would hang out here for 9 months, and then it would pass through the cervix and then out through the vagina to be born. The path traveled by the ovum, we just have these 4 simple steps. So now we're back in the other form of the gap notes. So if you need to pause this again to go back into those gap notes. Step number 1, the ovum are going to be matured in the ovaries, and then once a month they'll be released. That's what starts the menstrual cycle for the female. The ovum is going to get pulled into the fallopian tube, travel down the fallopian tube into the uterus, and then if the ovum doesn't get fertilized while in the fallopian tube, then it's going to exit the body through the vagina. Okay? Those 4 steps. Menstrual cycles for our females. Menstruation is just the flow from the body of blood, tissues, and fluids that results from the breakdown of the lining of the uterus, so the breakdown of that endometrium. Menstruation is the beginning of the menstrual cycle. So the first day of a female's period is going to be the first day of her menstrual cycle. Most females begin menstruating between 10 to 15 years old. So for a lot of our female students, this is something that they're having to experience for the first time and try and figure out what's going on with their bodies. Menstruation is usually going to last for 5 to 7 days. So a girl's period will typically be about a week long of a process. As far as the cycle goes with the number of days and how it happens, it's typically going to happen in these 3 different phases. So phase 1 is going to be days 1 through 5 or 1 through 7. Again, nobody's the same person. Everybody's a little bit different. But that's the days that they're going to have their period. The lining of the uterus is shred, that endometrium. Days 6 through 15 about is ovulation. This is when the ovum is going to be released from the ovary. So for a couple who is trying to have a baby and they are trying to get pregnant, this is the time that they would try to have sex in order to be able to have the sperm fertilize the ovum to create that baby. Days 16 through 28, the ovum is going to travel down the fallopian tube into the uterus. And then a typical female cycle can be anywhere from 21 to 35 days long. So again, nobody's the same. It's not a perfect science, and that's why it can make it really hard for our young female students to figure out what's going on with their body because everybody's going to be different. But it's something to be aware of. Okay, so you made it through both the male and female reproductive system talk kind of, quickly here with these videos. So make sure that you have all of your notes filled out, both the labeling notes and the gap notes, because you will have a quiz on this stuff in a couple of weeks. So hang on to it. You're not turning it in, but you're using it so that you can do well on the quiz in a couple of weeks. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you later. Bye.